Welcome back to another episode of Late Entry, your favorite or soon-to-be favorite place for the hottest sports news, wildest viral topics, and conversations guaranteed to make you laugh. Late Entry is hosted, as always, by RBF Kyle
How we doing, everybody?
and your boy Double Dose. Tonight we've got a pretty good show for you guys. We're going to hit you with each of our three of our sleepers for the NFL season. We're going to hit you with some based or BS involving Happy Gilmore 2. All due disrespect, that's going to touch on some Hulk Hogan and Joey Swoll. Going to have a little debate about the WWE and if they are athletes, and cap off as always with funny posts. So I do want to give an announcement real quick. This Thursday we'll be having our second live show. So we'll be on YouTube at 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central. Tap in. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to have the whole squad, Kyle, Toph, myself, as well as joined by a special guest. So yes, once again, YouTube this Thursday, 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central.
Tap in, everybody. Come on.
So let's get it. Top, there's no order for them, but sleepers for the upcoming NFL season. You want to give me yours first?
Yeah, I'll go first here. I tried to base my three sleepers off people that are kind of sliding under the radar as far as the national eye goes. I started off with the Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young, just kind of getting another year in that offense. I really think he's a good quarterback. I don't know that he'll quite be a franchise quarterback in the NFL, but if Kyler Murray can do it, then Bryce Young can freaking do it. He's a lot more focused than Kyler Murray, I think. And I think he's got better accuracy, and I think he's a better quarterback probably at the end of the day when it comes down to it, once Father Time ticks in. Next up, I got the Chargers, the LA Chargers. If man could get them past that hump, you really are hating this list. You're gonna really hate my third one.
I despise this list.
I got the Dallas Cowboys as my third sleeper this year, baby. Who I hate with everything in me. But if Dak Prescott could have a year like he had a couple years ago, under this new young offensive mind, and he's got two really solid wide receivers. Javonte Williams looking to prove people wrong. There's a reason they're called sleepers, dude. All right,
you trying to say this with a straight face is hilarious.
I'm trying to take my own take seriously here. This is tough. I mean, I always try to, I don't know, when it comes to sleepers, when I think of that topic, I always try to go with as spicy as I can get, So
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
I don't think that the Cowboys are that spicy. I feel like they could. The two receivers are going to be good. I think a lot of people are like completely have no faith in their new head coach. So we'll see. They have a lot of talent on that team. I don't think it's a sleeper, but I'm curious to see. I mean, they'd be playing for what we would assume would be a wild card spot because the Eagles are, I would say, everyone's top pick to win the division.
Yeah.
But the Commanders, too, are in the same division as well. So
this is true.
That's,
I mean, you're in the NFC with the North, and where that's another really tough division. So, it's going to be tough to be getting three of those teams into the playoffs. So, and Dallas is probably falling off that list.
What's interesting is all three of my sleepers are in the NFC as well. You took a nice little shot over at Kyler Murray. The Cardinals are on my list.
Are they?
Yes, absolutely on my list. I think Kyler is a dog. You've got Trey McBride. You've got another year of them learning how to use Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah, absolutely. They're on my list. I mean, the NFC West, you've got, I think a lot of people expect the Niners to take a step back. The Seahawks, year one with Sam Darnold there. DK Metcalf is gone. Tyler Lockett is gone. They still have Jigma and Kenneth Walker III and Charbonnet, but I don't know. I think that the Cardinals definitely have a good shot to try to get up in there. The really only competition I view is the Rams, but we'll see.
That. Yeah, I'm rooting for the Cardinals in that way too. Like They were close on my list. They were one of the teams I definitely thought about.
So, um, my second one, same division as your other pick. I don't have the Panthers. I have the Falcons. I think
Okay.
that, yeah,
I
I think
scribbled them out for the Chargers.
really the
Yeah.
Chargers. I don't know if the Chargers count as a sleeper.
Yeah, because they made the playoffs. Yeah.
Well, just
I
the
just
fact
think
that
because so many people shit on the Chargers.
every
Like,
year people come into it saying, "Oh, Justin Herbert's going to show you what it is." Everyone's
yeah,
expecting Jim Harbaugh to do big things. I feel like they're more of a team with expectations than a sleeper,
that's
personally.
fair. That's fair.
But yeah, I've
Sorry,
got
go
the.
ahead.
No, you're good. I've got the Falcons. I think year two of Michael Penix Jr. He's got Drake London. He's got some weapons over there too. Bijan. It's good. They kind of had a nice little thing going. I think, we're close to making the playoffs last season with
Hmm.
splitting between Kirk Cousins and then Penix. So
Yeah, I
I
think
think,
it came down to 17, week 17.
yeah. So having a whole offseason for Penix to get ready to go with this. And this might be the hottest take of the night. If there's ever going to be a year, this is going to be like make or break for Kyle Pitts, dog. If Kyle Pitts is ever going to be what we think he's going to be, it's going to be this year. I know that everybody at this point is completely off of that bandwagon, but I know that even Penix said it at an interview or something like that. He was like, "Yeah, we were getting Pitts the ball. We're gonna be seeing more of that this season," which they say every year. So we'll see.
Hmm.
But I do believe that this could tie in, and if he can get Bijan, Drake London, and Pitts all operating, they might be something to deal with. I don't think the Saints are going to be great this season with Tyler Shuck at quarterback, and I know some of their receivers are coming off injuries and stuff like that. The Panthers, you make good points about that. Bryce did start playing better toward the end of last season after getting benched and then coming back in. He went down to the wire with the Chiefs even last season. So
Yep,
it's possible. But,
I
obviously
agree.
the Buccaneers are the big team there. So
Yeah, I hear
we'll
that.
see.
Yep.
My
And
last, go ahead.
back to Kyle Pitts real quick. That dude, like, if you have him, if you're a fantasy manager and you have him in Dynasty, now is the time to sell. If you're a fantasy manager and you're picking this year, do not pick him in the third or fourth round. There's so many wide receivers and running backs that are still available at this point. Don't freak out and go pick Kyle Pitts just because Travis Kelce and Sam Laporta and George Kittle got grabbed up too early. All right, just hold your horses, and if he lasts to the fifth, sixth round, then go grab him. That's where I'm at with him. Like,
I
I'm
think
not
Pitts,
taking any risk on Kyle Pitts. If
I
he's
think,
going as like tight end 6, then I'm cool. You know what I mean?
bro, Kyle Pitts is probably going to have a better fantasy season than Kelsey this year.
Probably, but I just know that where Yahoo's gonna put all these guys, right? They're gonna be putting all these projections down.
Yahoo Fantasy Sports.
Whatever, Yahoo, ESPN, Yahoo's fantasy is goated. Don't even sleep on that.
It's all right.
All
All
right,
right.
whatever,
Yeah.
bro. Moving on. Go to your third team.
No, for real. I think Pitts. This is going to be Pitts' year, dog. This
Yeah,
is going to
whatever.
be Kyle Pitts' year.
Okay.
We'll revisit this in the
Yeah,
offseason.
yeah. I want that clipped.
All right, my last sleeper. Oh my God, are you all right?
This Kyle Pitts talk is getting me all kinds of wonky. We're gonna have
All
to
right.
cut that. Moving on.
No, it's staying. uh,
Fuck.
my final sleeper, the Chicago Bears. They're going to be playing in one of the hardest divisions. You have the Lions, you have the Packers, you have the Vikings, but everybody's got something going on. The Lions lost both coordinators and their center. The Vikings have JJ McCarthy coming off of an injury, season-ending injury, so basically redshirt freshman season as a redshirt rookie. The Packers, I think, are getting better. I'd say the door is wide open for the Bears, man. I think Caleb Williams is a good quarterback. You're looking disgusted right now. Look, they've got Ben Johnson, who both of us know from being Lions fans is a dog offensive mind. They're going to put the pieces together, man. And I think that the NFC North is going to be a battle of attrition the entire season. You've got 4 teams that legitimately could win the division. and you're going to have probably one or two of them in wild card spots. Or they're going to all beat the shit out of each other, and no one's going to do anything because they're all going to be just middle of the pack. Because
9-7.
Yeah, but I
I
don't see there's any reason that the Bears can't get a wild card spot, if not win the division.
I don't know. Yeah, they could. I think they could squeak their way into a wild card spot. Coming in this fresh, this wet behind the ears, like they are so young in the sense of their scheme and their culture and everything. I don't foresee them pulling up through the powerhouse that is the NFC North and becoming.
You're talking about their scheme. Like the Lions don't have a new scheme. Like the rookie quarterback for the Vikings.
Lions have an altered scheme with the 30-year-old established veteran, whereas Ben Johnson is completely re-sculpting Caleb Williams right now. 110%. Like he is completely revamping everything that has to do with that offense and making it super tight. These players have been going through that with Ben and Dan for years now on the Lions offense.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
A few years ago, Eagles made it to a Super Bowl, did not win it. That season, they lost their offensive and defensive coordinator. How'd they do afterwards?
They went 10-7 or 11-6,
and
lost in the first round of the playoffs.
Okay.
Their head coach couldn't contain the locker room. That's something that Dan will not struggle with.
Their head coach is still there, so it's not like he was like a problem that they removed.
No, what exactly? But it was something he wasn't able to contain everything in his room, and he wasn't able to go through that transition smoothly. I don't foresee the same thing happening to Dan.
You know what helps contain all that? Having the right offensive and defensive coordinators.
Yeah,
which we have no idea how those are going to.
I do think he picked the right ones. Johnny Morton is a dog. He was under the tree of Sean Payton. He was under the tree of the Cower tree as well. So
Nick Sirianni has now been to the Super Bowl 2 times. Howie Roseman has put together 3 Super Bowl teams. I don't think that the Eagles don't know what they're doing over there. You know what I mean? It's possible. All I'm trying to say is it's possible for things to go wrong. We don't know what's going to happen with the Lions. They're not losing one coordinator. They're losing both sides of that. Yeah, I'm not saying that they're out. I'm just saying that, like, I think that the only team that's completely building on last season moving forward is the Packers. They're the only team that has no steps back and are just straight adding on to what they had before.
No, I agree with that. But I don't think the Lions are going to feel that the same way that we saw that with the Eagles a couple of years ago. I really think it's going to be different. I mean, our record might be the same. We might be 11-6, or 10-7, and we might barely make it. But that just comes down to how tough our schedule is. Like, we're just playing freaking dogs all year.
They were the number 1 seed in the NFC last year, so they have a hard schedule.
Right.
With new coordinators. The Bears,
which is what happened to the Eagles as well. Or no, they weren't number 1 the year prior, were they?
The Bears,
they went 11-6.
Are playing.
I know they were
a much easier schedule
because they got to the Super Bowl. But
I'm just saying, big homie, it's all. I feel like no matter what, any possibility can happen in the NFC North this upcoming season. And the Bears,
sounds like you've been seeing a whole lot of blue and orange out there, and you need to start seeing a lot more Honolulu blue.
Look, fam, I'm never going to forget what it is. I'm never going to forget what it is. I'm just letting you know, like, it's a possibility. That's all I'm saying.
I know it.
You have the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, you're right. You got me there. I ain't got shit to say to that.
All right. Next topic. So we're going to do some based or BS. Now, this is about somebody that's been brought up on the podcast a fetweet times. Dave Portnoy watched the new Happy Gilmore and had some thoughts about this. I'm going to read 2 tweets from him. Third Tweets had responded to, well, here, let me hit the first one. How is Rotten Tomatoes critics score for Happy Gilmore 2 higher than the original? What are we even doing here? Happy 2 was terrible, but who cares? It's the type of movie you can turn on, take a nap, and miss nothing. Harmless nostalgia time killer. And then someone responded and said, the movie was exactly what it was supposed to be, stupid and funny, and I loved it and thought it was hilarious. He said, if you loved it and thought it was hilarious, you are brain dead. No disrespect. I just refuse to believe anybody could love it. That's impossible. Kyle,
Wow.
is this based or BS?
Uh, I agree with the commenter. Dave is totally bullshitting here. This is it was exactly what we wanted. It was funny with the perfect cameos. They brought in like the most awesome, fun pro golfers to be a part of it. Uncle John Daly living with his kids was hilarious. All of his kids were like their support for their dad like was hilarious. Um, Eminem's cameo was whatever, but that was it was funny enough. Um, he got his own little like they paid homages to everything, and it was stupid. It was funny, like they said, it was stupid, funny, and gave me a reason to not have to worry about my own golf game for 2 hours. I got to worry about Happy's, so I loved it. It was a great movie. So Dave, you're way off on this. You got a bad shoulder anyways. You can't swing the club. Just stay home and keep eating pizza.
Yeah, I have to definitely agree. This is absolutely bullshit take from Dave Portnoy. I had actually seen Dave's tweets and a few other tweets talking trash about it beforehand. And I told Lex as we were going into the movie, I'm like, look, I haven't been seeing great things about this. Like, I'm a little concerned. We finished the movie. We're like looking at each other like, what did they see? That movie was amazing. Like you said, they played perfect homages to everything that happened with that. The whole movie was absolutely great. Um, and I don't want to say too much for people who haven't seen it yet, but every cameo I thought was fantastic and funny. You're like, wait, is that? And then the end of the movie, they built it up to the point I really felt like I was watching like a retired athlete come out of retirement and try to win one more. Like I was like invested in this like it was a real life athlete. And then
Mm-hmm.
quick little spoiler too, because I'm not trying to say too much, but this is going to be a small spoiler. To have Shooter back in there and to give him his little moment of glory,
Oh man,
like bro,
dude.
when he hit the little pop up, I was like, I felt it. I felt like I was watching. Like I felt like Tom Brady just came out of retirement to play one more game. Like you know what I mean? I really,
Mm-hmm.
and it was hilarious. The movie was so funny, and then he cast his both of his daughters and his wife in it too. Like it was just a real good feel good movie.
It
So
was. It was.
the Grinch that is Dave Portnoy, what the hell were you watching? What were you expecting from a Happy Gilmore? Did you watch the first one?
For
Like,
real. This dude was
absolute,
expecting White Lotus or some
right,
shit. Like
absolute bullshit on Dave Portnoy. um,
that's
all
so
right,
good.
let's hit all due disrespect. Kyle, you go
All right.
first.
All right. So there's a man named Dylan Riola who plays for Nebraska. He's a young QB who pisses me the hell off, and I'm gonna show you guys why. And I'm gonna give you guys a couple of examples, just why this guy pisses me off. I guess my preface for this is this motherfucker just can't be himself, and he just wants to be Patrick Mahomes so bad that it's getting unhealthy. Honestly, yeah, and he's not even trying to stop.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of used it like Kobe and Mike, and so you look up to a guy like that, one of the best to ever do it, and he's still playing. So I think it'd be not wise of me to not do that, and so just seize the opportunity and enjoy it. It's a cool guy to learn from, and a cool person to experience it. Yeah, I mean, I kind of
So that's Exhibit A, and then we're gonna jump here to Exhibit B, and this guy this guy has all of Patrick's emotes memorized now.
That's Pat. He got both headphones on. I know that one. Shoot, that's me. That's me. I already know that's me. That's Patrick. That's for sure, Pat. Me, easy. That's after a touchdown against Illinois. I remember that one. Oh no, never mind. First touchdown we scored. UTEP. Me, easy. Trip try 63 Paul. Third down. Yeah.
So this motherfucker is not only mimicking his moves on the field during the game, he is mimicking his moves in pregame. He is mimicking his number. He is mimicking his hairstyle. Kobe looked up to MJ. Kobe loved MJ. Kobe didn't try to be MJ. You know what I'm saying? Am I just wrong all night? What am I doing here? What am I fucking up? Wait, you think this is cool that he's just like literally robbing a personality?
There's levels to it. So
Sure.
Kobe did try to be like Mike in damn near every way, other than the jersey number. But how many people, including my guy, wore 23 because of Jordan?
Absolutely.
Jersey number. Kobe did
jersey
everything
number
to try to be just like, he practiced the footwork to get the exact moves. He didn't try to invent his own moves. He tried to mimic Jordan's moves.
Like as a brand, he was his own brand. He was his own person.
That's the biggest difference. Is like, it's nothing wrong with trying to have the same skills, the same number, bro. You got the same like haircut, like the same look, like you want to be
Everything.
Patrick Mahomes. That's where it's too far. Well, that's what I'm saying. There's levels to it. Like half of it, I'm like, all right, it does make sense. You see greatness, you want to be greatness, you do everything greatness does. On the other hand, you can still be your own person. You can have your own hair. You can do your own thing. You can look the same, like your own thing. So that's what I'm saying. There's levels to it. I don't necessarily hate some of the stuff he does. I understand a lot of the hate he gets too, because yeah, be your own. Like Jordan, I'm sorry, Kobe was Mamba. He wasn't Jordan too, but he did try to emulate a lot of the stuff, even trying to master his exact footwork. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's a good point. I just can't get over how this kid is just trying to almost clip farm his way.
He's
Aura
farming.
NFL. Yeah. He's Mahomes farming his way to the NFL.
Yeah. All right. So my all due disrespect is going to be a duo of Hulk Hogan and Joey Swoll. Now, people are gonna sit here and say that you should not talk ill of the dead. Well, if the dead was a piece of shit, I'm going to tell you the dead was a piece of shit, and Hulk Hogan was a piece of shit. Man was very influential. There is no WWE on the level that it was without Hulk Hogan. Undeniable. But fuck Hulk Hogan. The man was terrible. He had all sorts of different scandals and stuff off the field, or what do you call the mat, the ring,
outside of the ring,
ring, including extreme levels of racism. The man was a self-proclaimed racist. He said it in one of the recordings that they got of him. He said, "Yeah, I'm a racist." Dropped the N-word a bunch of times. Didn't like that his daughter was dating a black person, but was like, "Well, if she's gonna wind up fucking some N-word, at least get one of the super rich," or something along those lines. Was talking about when his son was in jail for a car accident, about how he was concerned he's going to get transferred to like a different jail or prison or something like that where there were black people at. Said that he was scared that his actions were going to cause him to be reincarnated as a black person and was scared of that. Like, the man was incredibly racist, and like I said, owned it. Yeah, I'm a racist. And you come out all later with all the apologies and stuff like that. I'm trying to hear that shit, bro. Like, we saw what kind of character you had when it came out. So fuck Hulk Hogan. That's part one. Now part two. Joey Swoll.
I guess so.
Rest in piss. Now part two, dog. Joey Swoll, for those who do not know, has a platform he's the big, huge, like, swole dude on TikTok and Twitter, who is always
the big, huge, swole dude. Like, there's not 50,000.
Well, he's the guy that's always commenting on like gym videos and gym etiquette and stuff like that. People will post videos, and he'll come out and like comment like if they were in the right or if they were in the wrong, stuff like that. He's calling people out for like trying to record people in the gym, all sorts of stuff. Usually, he seems like he's on the right side of things. Um, he definitely did his big one of putting his foot in his mouth though. And I'm going to play this clip for you of him talking, and we're gonna unpack this. All right, so here it is.
Listen, I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did. I mean, he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well. Okay, the man was nice to me. He made a mistake. I'm not God. People make mistakes in life. If you got a problem with that, look at yourself. There's not one single person in here that hasn't made a mistake in their life. So
Racism.
All right.
Yo, I'm sure when he said the word colored, he meant like, like colored personality. All right.
Bro, when I heard that, I was like, wait a second, what? Calling somebody colored, the colored athletes? That is racism from like the 1950s. That's back when we used to have separate like fucking bathrooms, and
yeah, literally.
you would have the whites only, and you'd have the colored bathrooms and the drinking fountains. Colored is crazy. And
that's straight out of my history book right there.
I want to be a little bit nuanced with this because there was another video that came out after he was like, he didn't, when people brought this up, he didn't seem remorseful. He was like just argumentative with people, but he did bring up, because he was on like live and people were in the comments. He was like, now wait, someone there, they said person of color. So you can say that someone's a person of color, but you can't call them a colored person. Well, that is correct. Yes.
Yes, that is exactly.
That is correct.
That is exactly where we're at.
First of all, I'm one of the black people that does not really enjoy the POC thing, the people of color, because everyone's experiences are different. Just lumping in together everyone who's not white and saying, yeah, that's all the same. I'm not a huge fan of that. That's besides the point. Bro, colored people, colored athletes is crazy. And what's crazy to me is like, I'm a big believer that people don't say things that aren't in their vocabulary. Like when it comes out with people having like, saying slurs and stuff like that, like if you're not saying stuff like this daily, it's not going to be something that you jump out and say. So the fact that you said colored athletes, that's not the first time that you've said that.
At least, yeah. If you're not like willing to just bring that up, like it's not a slip up.
Right.
Like, there's no really such thing as a slip up when it comes to that. It's like, no, you say it. Yeah.
Like it's one thing to trip over your words, but that's not what happened there. And it was like, so then he was like, yeah, I've been educated on this, like whatever. Like after the fact of him saying that, how about, yo, I'm sorry, that's not what I meant to say. I missed that part of the video unless it exists and I'm not aware. I will apologize for that, but I didn't see that part of the video. I saw the defiance and the doubling down afterwards. And this whole thing came up because you're defending Hulk Hogan, who people are upset about because of racism. So you're defending a racist, and then you say, well, go after the colored athletes as well. Bro, that's gotta be a Hall of Fame worst decisions that you can make. It's crazy.
Bro.
And I get that there are some backwoods people out here. I remember I was at work one time, and I came into work, and I had Dante was one of them, a coworker of mine. I had another coworker. And they were both black, obviously. And I came in, they were giddy. They were like, oh, we can't wait to tell you what it is. And some coworker or some customer would come in and ask for me. And this is back when I had locks still. And she was like, yeah, I work with the color boy with the hair. My manager was like, what? He was like, you can't say that. So there's only two people ever that I've heard of in this century that still say colored people. That's like I said, that's 1950s racism. I don't even hear people that you know are racist today don't say colored people. They just say the blacks. Like, what the hell? So there's the first part. And then the other part of it too is you're saying in the video he made a mistake. And then you say, I don't even know what it was, but it was 20 years ago. one of two things has got to be
Which-
true. Do you not know what it was, or do you and you do not care? If you don't know what it was, maybe you should shut the fuck up and educate yourself before you continue to double and triple down on this person. If you do know what it was and you don't care, I guess that's your right. Now, I understand that people can like somebody on the field and not off the field. Growing up, Aaron Rodgers is one of my favorite athletes. I still like to see him have success. Aaron Rodgers off the field kind of seems like a douchebag to me. I still root for him on the field. I kind of separate the two of those. So there is levels to this. But if you're going to sit here and talk about this man being a racist and you don't want to get clowned, or I'm sorry, you want to talk about how this man is an idol to you and you don't want to get clowned, you could at least disclaimer it. On the field, Hulk Hogan, on the mat, Hulk Hogan, off the mat, Hulk Hogan. Like, you know what I mean? So
Aaron Rodgers isn't up there like, yeah, blame all of my former black teammates for the reason that I don't have 4 Super Bowls.
Aaron Rodgers fucking throws a ball and gets intercepted. Catch the ball, brother! These N-words out here dropping the ball. It's not my fault. I can't catch it and throw it. So for you to say all this just seems ignorant. And then the whole thing that Joey Swoll was on was just ignorant front to back. And then you cap off the ignorance by saying colored athletes. I can't think of something as, for someone that doesn't want to be portrayed as a racist, I can't think of a worse set of missteps than this video. Hey everybody, I'm gonna come out here and defend my love of Hulk Hogan. Don't look at me, look at the colored ones.
Don't look at me, don't look at Hulk. Oh, God.
Now, in fairness to him, his next video is talking about that he's made several videos against racism. He, saw a black girl being discriminated from at a gym, bought her a gym membership, stuff like that. I'm not trying to come out here and say that I know for a fact in my heart what's in Joey Swoll's heart and that he's a racist. What I will tell you is that you're seeming incredibly, incredibly, incredibly ignorant. And it reaches a point where if you truly care the way that you say that you do, I think we've reached the moment of like, stop, listen, reflect, maybe apologize, go about your day. But the doubling down is making things look really, really bad. And there's no situation in which anyone who is a fan of yours can really stand up and defend you right now, because you're making it worse and you still have the shovel out and you're still digging. And for anyone who is unclear of it still at this point, you can't call people colored people. And if you're trying to defend against not being racist and stuff like that, maybe don't call people colored in the video. That's the end of my rant. Do you have any thoughts on this, or do you want to keep it pushing?
I mean, no, all I'll say is, homie, I mean, he tried to stick his neck out and then just doubled down in the worst way. And yeah, shout out to you for calling them out on that disrespect, because they deserve it.
All due disrespect, Hulk Hogan, may he rest in peace, and Joey Swoll, may he learn. All right, while we were talking about WWE athletes, we've been sitting on this debate idea for a while, because we both feel pretty strongly in different camps about this. WWE athletes are not athletes. They are showmen, they are stuntmen, they are entertainers. They are not athletes. In order to be an athlete, there has to be a level of competition. They're not competing organically because the script is written. When the match starts, we know who's going to end, who's going to finish it. If you go to the gym 5 times a week, you are athletic. You are in shape. You are not an athlete. If you go to a bodybuilding competition and compete, you are an athlete. If you run a 5K 3 times a month, you are athletic. I'm sorry, if you run the distance of a 5K 3 times a month, you are athletic. If you run in 5Ks with other people and compete for times, you are an athlete. There has to be a level of competition to be an athlete. You obviously disagree?
Obviously, I do. I I think that an athlete is anybody who will be proficient in a sport or other form of physical exercise. That is an athlete. Somebody who does go and run and keep themselves in physical shape and perform in any kind of sport, I think they're an athlete. So whether that means going to test their run time, whether that means going to spar at jiu-jitsu 3 times a week, I think you're an athlete. I think what these people are doing in the WWE, while yes, it is scripted, so to speak, and we know that there's a winner that was already predetermined, the things that they have to go through are nothing short of athletic. They're nothing short of
Athletic.
Right. But I do not think there needs to be a sense of competition to be considered an athlete. But I also there needs to be a competitive edge, sure. But what these guys are doing, there's still somewhat of a competitive edge. I understand it's a show, but what they go through, like, you can't tell me that's not an athlete, because they are putting their bodies on the line and taking body slams and chair hits and table breaks and like.
So are stuntmen athletes in the movie?
Yeah, probably.
Is Tom Cruise an athlete? Because Tom Cruise does all his own stunts.
They're probably also really good. What's that?
Tom Cruise does all of his own stunts.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is definitely an athlete. Hell yes.
Bro, he's a movie star and they're stuntmen.
Hell yes, he's an athlete. Hell yes, he's an athlete. Put him in. If he was to agree to any celebrity softball game, he'd walk the floor with them.
And if
he'd hit 3 homers,
and if he routinely competed in them, he'd be an athlete
in celebrity softball.
You can't be an athlete without competing, bro. They're just movie stars. It's the same thing with the.
But that's whatever.
Okay, so
whatever. I disagree because they haven't been put up to that test all the time of
the test is what makes you an athlete.
The best of the best. And
so if you're completely out of shape, if you're completely out of shape,
I'm a freaking athlete, Spencer. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm an athlete, bro.
If you're completely out of shape, if you can't,
I'm in a beer league on Mondays for golf. I play basketball with my friends. I'm a freaking athlete. All right.
I would agree. You're competing. The beer league, you're competing. There's more.
And I spar. I wrestle and I spar with my friends. That's a part of it. That's what these guys are doing in the WWE. You should know that as a former wrestler, bro.
Yeah.
That even just 70% sparring, that is taking a lot out of you. That is a sport.
But they're not. Oh my God. When you go out and play your beer wrestling,
yes, they are.
When you go out and do your beer league golf, the level of competition is there. You're actually trying to win. If you take a WWE wrestler and the stunts that they go through a predetermined match where they're acting out a skit, and yes, they're hitting each other and throwing each other through tables and stuff like that, is that more resemble one of two options, right? Does it more resemble the football player or basketball player or Olympic wrestler that goes out there and tries to move a man against his will to actually win based on whose skill is better and who has more heart? Or does it more resemble the person that you see in a movie theater that's embodying a role and trying to portray this script to the audience?
The second one.
All right. The somberness in your voice. If anybody is watching this and disagrees with me and has any other arguments to add to this, I will welcome any single person that wants to debate this to come on this podcast. You leave a comment on any platform you see this, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. You leave a comment and say, I want to come debate you about this. I will have you on this show and do the same thing to you I just did to Kyle. These motherfuckers are not athletes. They are not.
Apparently wrestlers aren't athletes.
They're actors. WWE wrestlers aren't.
Yeah, true.
There's more of a level of competition to trying to win in your
Uh,
golf league with your friends than there is with these actual wrestlers. That's all I'm saying.
That part is true, but less athleticism. That's my point.
You can be
It's still-
athletic and not be an athlete. If you go to the gym and lift
I
5 times a
agree,
week,
but
you're not an athlete. You just are athletic. You're swole. You're big as hell for no
getting
reason.
body slam. Pause. I'm gonna early pause myself here. Getting body slammed by Cody Rhodes twice a month has to be an athletic position.
Athletic and athlete are different. Let me ask you a question. The person,
Yeah, go ahead.
the person that can't walk up a flight of stairs without being incredibly winded goes and plays golf by himself 3 times a week. Is that an athlete?
No.
Thank you. You know when he becomes an
Fuck
athlete?
you.
when he plays against another person for a win. All right, that's
Why are you so right?
I'm-
That's another all due disrespect followed by a Kyle and Spencer debate where Kyle felt defeated yet again.
I've been waiting to get this off my chest for months.
Damn. Yeah, I've been wanting to have this one, and I still lost.
All right. You want to hit the funny post first, or you want me to go? All right.
All right. Little old-fashioned comedy bit here. Hopefully it hits. I don't know if Spencer's going to like it. I don't know if y'all are going to like it. Here we go. Shout out James Gregory.
Think about this. You go into a grocery store, you buy a lemon pie, bag of lemon candy. You read the label, it'll say made with artificial flavoring or made with imitation lemon. Now you go to the other side of the store to get some furniture polish. They got lemon pledge. On the can, it says made with real lemon. That bothers me. We're eating artificial junk and we're spraying the good stuff on the coffee table. Think about this. You go into a grocery.
So there's number one.
That's good.
I mean, that still holds up.
That's
that was
good.
freaking 45 years ago, and the fact that still holds up today. Oh man, I don't even know. All right, I'm playing it. I'm playing the second one.
Oh God, what is
Everybody, don't hate me for what you're about to witness.
this? What is this about to be? What the hell? What the helly? What the helly?
What the heliante?
What?
The heli bear? Oh no, I forgot about that. So what'd you think?
What a terrible day to have eyes.
I might have to cut that.
If you never watch another episode of our podcast, I won't blame you. I don't want to be here anymore. Are you?
Anyways,
Are you proud of yourself?
no.
What
I
side?
told you this is.
What side of the internet are you on to find shit like this?
Bro, it's the same. It's the same account I found the Elon and Trump lore, and I think that I just got infected with this very, very sick side of the algorithm, and I can't shake it. I try not to watch them, but
You've got me listening in my head to that song by Logic right now. I don't want to be alive. I just want to die today. Please.
I got the hotline. for you.
Please never, ever, ever, ever play some shit like that again on this podcast in your life. If you see something like that and you're like, hey, I should show this, think. Stop for a second and think about what you're doing and why. That's all I have to say to you.
I think the crowd will like it. I think they'll like it.
Oh my god.
Let us know in the comments.
We're gonna wind up losing all of our followers.
I didn't realize how long it was either. Like I remembered seeing it when I told you I was gonna maybe play it, and I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm sending it. But yeah, that was long. That was
Oh my god. All right.
shout out.
Shout out what? What could you possibly shout out right now?
Those fellers in the vid. All right.
All right. Well, I have 3 for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you they're not going to hurt you like that did. The first one. This is was posted by @TravisAkers on Twitter. It was a screenshot. I don't know from where. It is reviews for Outback Steakhouse. There are 2. The first one is a 1-star comment or a 1-star review. This is from Diana. I'm absolutely livid. My husband drove all the way to Outback. My husband drove all the way to pick up our Outback order, and you people forgot the bloomin' onion. That was the only thing I wanted. Then this followed by a 5-star review, also from Diana. My fat husband ate the bloomin' onion in the car and lied. I'm sorry, and I don't know how to delete reviews. Now, see, that's a funny post, Kyle.
Yeah, that was a good funny post. Hey, I was taking a stab, bro. I was taking a stab.
All right. I have no idea if this is true or false, but it made me laugh. This is @WiseGuyWorld, and this is a James Gandolfini, who is Tony Soprano, if you don't know who that is. This says, did you know James Gandolfini was briefly in talks for the role of Jack in Titanic, but producers felt his intense presence shifted the tone. One exec said it stopped feeling like a tragic love story and started feeling like the iceberg owed him money. Okay, so my last one, I'm going to take us on a little bit of a journey. This was a back and forth on Twitter. It started with Sick With It posting a middle finger toward, it looks like the Saint Stadium. It says, we don't check in around here. And @versus JMO said, off the hand alone, I know you built like a burger. Sick With It responded to this with a picture of the guy and 2 of his own tweets. One that says from 14 hours ago, from I love you to I just want us to be done in the span of 3 days. Phew, it's me. I'm the problem. And he said the fat joke's funny till 2 a.m. hit and you realize you have no bitches. I'm fat and married. You are skinny and depressed. Eat some gumbo. Fuck nigga, it'll cheer you up. And then another person, Requisistes, said ratio on a nigga that originally put 100,000 likes on your head might be one of the most prolific Twitter comebacks ever. That's how you bounce back, bro. He was burying you and you flipped the script on him. That is impressive.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Oh my god.
For anyone who is still watching after Kyle's video, thank you for still being here.
Man, I'm out here trying. You've never had a funny post flop. I'll find the video. I'm gonna repost it on TikTok later this week without you knowing.
Oh my god. All right. That's all for us tonight, guys. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Like I said, Thursday, YouTube live show, 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central. We will be there. We hope to see you guys all in the chat. Last time was really fun. We hope to do it again. That's it for us this time, and we will see you then. What is that?
Shout out Belching Monk in southeastern Michigan. It's a new brewery we're promoting. Belching Monk, southeastern Michigan. Come get your beer out here.
Are we running ads?
What?
So we're running ads.
They aren't getting paid for it, but it's a free ad.
A free ad?
It's a little favor, you know.
Oh, all right. Well, all right, everybody. Peace.
Peace.